Alright guys, we got a 2009 Ford F-150. If you were to look at it, this truck is gorgeous.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty fly. What year was this again?
2009.
Oh, 9. All right.
2009. Do you remember when they started changing up the bodies and the headlights?
I don't remember
what year they started. I think these went up to like 2012, possibly.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Honestly, 2009 is probably like my least favorite body style.
Yeah.
The F-150s. Like I like the one before it.
I don't like the ones the curvier ones.
The curvy ones. Those are really old ones, like
yeah.
2000 and shit.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about with the rectangle headlights.
Yeah.
But this truck is the standard. It's not platinum. It's just the starter, the base model. Doesn't come. It's not the Lariat or the King Ranch. It doesn't have the shifter in the middle. It's kind of just your base model, kind of like a work truck. But we treat it better than that. So let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Hey, let's get it. Now, mind you, this is like someone's truck. So, obviously the little Ford emblem's a little like worn out. Mind you, this is a what 2009.
2009.
2009. Yeah. You got these lights down there. Those are not stock. And then a little condensation. These are like some nitpicky stuff that will happen to these trucks over time. But I mean, other than that, it's in good condition. To look at the interior, see how that's looking right now.
Go ahead and check it out. Also, since this was the base model, this truck originally didn't have these mirrors. These are mirrors you can purchase online, Amazon, eBay, wherever. They're towing mirrors. You just pull them out. They're for whenever you're pulling a trailer, a camper, a boat, whatever the case may be. But it had the factory mirrors, so you can just change these up. These are pretty cool too. Depending on which ones you get, they have the blinkers on the side. They still have that heated side mirrors that you get with the factory truck. And then you're also gonna get the puddle light. You're also gonna get the puddle light at the bottom of the mirror that'll shine at the floor. It's always a good thing to have. Go ahead and check her out.
Hey, let's see. So mind you, like I said, this is like somebody's truck, so don't mind like any scratches, nothing like that. Now this is a pickup truck, so this is gonna be kind of cheap, but it's not too bad. Cheap plastics up here. Then you have like plenty of storage space. Like there's plenty of storage space to put like cup holder.
So originally this truck, since as I said again, it was a base model, this truck didn't have cloth. Didn't have leather. It had cloth on it. But we took it to go and get the seats changed just because we like leather better. Leather's always better. And it came out pretty nice. You can always, if your car has cloth, you can always just take it somewhere. It might be a little expensive, but you can get it done. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the interior for 2009. This ain't too bad. You got a nice little steering wheel right here. Kind of basic, but you have like your cruise control functions right here. The lights, and then if you look at the dash, it doesn't look too bad at all.
To be honest with you, one of my favorite things too are these. I think when they're closed, they just look really nice. Especially with the chrome going all the way around. It kind of pops because there isn't chrome anywhere else on the dashboard except for the instrument cluster. Right over here.
Yeah, which is nice. I like chrome, but I don't like too much chrome.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like they're kind of they keep it to a minimum with the chrome. Then it looks dope.
It's kind of just like a small touch of it.
Now everything with pickup trucks, you have plenty of space for like all types of craziness. So you got this little, we got a power outlet right here. Is this an auxiliary? Right here?
This is an auxiliary here, and then this is your typical. Then you have your two charging ports right over here. So originally this truck was a construction truck. So this is what they used to put the walkie-talkies. We don't recommend screwing anything onto your dashboard.
Look,
that's what they did at the time.
It's going to be a pretty standard dashboard. Mind you, it is 2009, nothing too fancy. But you have your climate control function right here. No dual zone climate control. You have like these redundant buttons. You have the radio buttons right here, that stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, this is traction control. You can turn traction control and do like burnouts and whatnot.
This is pretty like stock, you would say, right? Just pretty normal. The other models though, they do come where this is typically like wood going around it, and then you have your big touch screen right over here. I'm not sure if they come with backup cameras factory though, but I'm sure you can put one in. but you'll have your big touchscreen up here with all the rest of the controls down at the bottom.
Alright, cool. That's
Also, one of my favorite things about this truck as well is when you first start it up with the stock muffler, it sounds amazing. It sounds pretty wild for a stock truck.
So yeah, the exterior is pretty nice. If you go here to the back, it doesn't have the highest like stepping height, so it's not bad. So say if you need to, get on in here. So here's the bed right here. So the bed has like plenty of room. I mean, you ever have those friends that like they want to borrow your truck when they're moving and shit? Yeah, you don't want them kind of friends.
Yeah, exactly. Never do. But this is, I believe, the mid-size bed you can get. You have your 8 foot, then you have your, what is it, 5.5?
5.5 of 8 foot. It depends, but that's usually the standard.
I think this is the 6.5 foot, so it's right in the middle, between the super long bed and then one of the shorter beds.
Yeah, so it's not bad. I like it. Big space. Now,
yeah.
If someone wants to get in there and then have me moving them and whatnot, they're gonna have to pay.
And another thing I do recommend for all of you truck owners is get this. This helps out a lot. It really does. You can buy them anywhere, AutoZone, Pep Boys, whatever it may be, and just install it into your truck. Most trucks are gonna have holes like this that allow you to put them in. They help. If you're gonna use a truck for work, if you're gonna use it for moving stuff, they definitely come in handy.
Alright, so you have the front seats, but if you have a family or something, I mean, you need to get that crew cab. What's Ford call it?
Crew cab. Yeah.
Crew cab?
It's gonna be the 2009 Ford F-150 crew cab with a 6.5 foot bed.
Damn, there's a lot of space in there. Right? So I'm not really tall by any means, but I mean the front seats are back a little bit, and then just look at my legroom right here. The legroom's like excellent. I mean, there's plenty of space.
Yeah, and if you look at his headroom as well, even though, as he said, he's not the tallest person,
tall.
We've had some tall people sit back here, and there's definitely enough space.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a short.
And if I was to go over to the other side as well, oh damn, Ari fell asleep.
Huh?
Oh, Alright, come on, man, we're doing something here, bro. We're doing something. So as I said, this truck originally had cloth, but you can get leather put in, front seats and on the back seats, but I have a decent amount of space as well, even with this seat reclined.
Yeah, all the way back for the gangster lean.
For the gangster lean, exactly.
Get that gangster lean.
Exactly.
In the front.
Yeah.
You still have space in the back.
Still have a bunch of space, even for another person. This is why it's called the crew cab. If you wanted to fit a bunch of people in here, like a crew, a work crew, you'll be able to do it, and you'll be able to do it comfortably.
If you guys can see it. Here. So another outlet right here, and here like a little storage cubby. Hopefully that can be seen.
Storage cubby, and it turns into a cup
shit,
holders
I didn't
as well.
see that shit. Alright, so that changes the game all the way. So you got these 2 cup holders, you got this little AC outlet, and then if you're not using the cup holders, you got this little storage cubby right here.
Exactly.
So you can hide all types of shifty stuff up in there.
What we see again is the chrome. There's not too much of it because it's just a normal, simple door.
Cheap plastic over there.
Yeah. Exactly. Right over here. I think. Yeah, this is plastic too as well, hard plastic. But just a small touch of chrome, just to make it pop a little bit. There's not too much of it though.
Another thing about the back seats, you don't have to sacrifice all this room if you want to put your tools in there.
You just go ahead and fold them right up. Pretty simple. Yep. And now you have a bunch of space. So as you can see here, we have our tools, our straps, our cleaning supplies, all that good stuff. And there's a bunch of space. You can put a lot more.
Vaseline? What kind of tool is that? Don't even answer it, bro. Don't even answer it.
You gotta use that tool to fit, screws and stuff. If you fold these down,
cover your ears, kids. Cover your ears. What you got Vaseline in there for?
Right over here. You just unlatch it and they open right back up. Let's see if Ari can find out where it's at. Let's go ahead and admire how beautiful this truck is looking.
Here we go. 5.4. That's a little dusty. You want to get that dust off. Brush your shoulders off. 5.4 liter V8. That Triton thing right there. I forget how much horsepower is in it, but it's gonna pop up right now, obviously. There's nothing much to say about it. We should probably have a towing capacity. Actually, so fuel economy, 14 city, 20 highway. It's not going to be the best in the world. Obviously, it's a pickup truck. But, I mean, horsepower, 320 horsepower. Towing capacity on this one is going to be 8,100 pounds. So,
I mean, what do you think that is?
I would say like a boat or something like that.
Like a boat? Pretty decent. Not that bad.
5.4 liter V8, of course. Like any pickup truck, big ass gas tank, 26 gallons. So I mean, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at the exhaust now.
Let's do it.
Drive review of the Ford F-150. This is my first time driving an F-150 because, you know, I usually drive nothing.
Usually driving nothing.
I was gonna say real truck.
According to Ari, you gotta grab the truck by the horns.
Hey, Mopar. Nah, I like this truck. I mean, it feels good.
But the truck itself, I've drove it a couple of times. As you guys probably already noticed, this is the truck of one of my family members, and I've drove this truck a couple of times. It does have a decent amount of power.
Which family member?
My father.
Pops.
Actually, this is my dad's truck. I love this truck. I don't like driving big cars. Ari knows that. I like low cars. I like to be low to the ground, but this is one of the trucks that I would love to drive every day. It's pretty nice. I'm a Ford F-150 type of guy.
Are you?
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't grab life by the horns?
Nope. I don't grab by the horns.
Mustang.
But suspension, power, seats. How do you think the seats feel, by the way?
Seats are comfortable.
They're pretty nice, right?
Trucks are kind of comfortable too. I mean, it feels like a pickup, so it's kind of I don't want to say jaunty, but I mean it is jaunty. But I kind of like how that feels.
Yeah.
Like my SUV is like, you know, rides on like a pickup type frame and shit.
And everything on this truck is stock. Every single piece on this truck is stock except for the remote start, which we got at Best Buy, by the way.
Is everything stock though? I mean, it's aftermarket leather seats.
Yeah,
right. Because it came with cloth.
That's true. That's true.
There's like HIDs in there. It looks like they're like 8K.
So HIDs, your fog lights, the fog lights you saw down at the bottom, and these leather seats. Other than that, everything is stock. Everything mechanical. Everything, like when it comes down to the engine, when it comes down to the suspension, wheels, muffler, everything's stock. But I think it rides pretty smooth, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I mean it feels good.
And what do you think about the engine when it comes down to the noise?
Engine? So I mean, the engine's not too loud, especially for a V8. It's a smooth engine too. Like, you know, some cars you can feel, especially like 4-cylinders, you could feel it through the pedal. You can feel it working. And this one, you don't really feel it that much, which is nice. And
since you're now driving it, how do you think the gears are shifting? I think they shift pretty well.
Yeah, they shift good.
I think they shift well.
I mean, the real test for like gears is if you're like the towing something, you're really putting stress in the engine and transmission. Yeah. But I mean, for how it is, it's really good. Obviously, it soaks up bumps the way it's supposed to. Pickup truck. I'm impressed by it. Would I buy F-150? I don't know, man. I like the new ones. You know what? I can't even say I don't like F-150s. That Raptor's dope. I like
the the Shelby Raptor looks gorgeous. But I do like the 2018 F-150s. I believe they made the body a little wider. Little wider compared to the older ones, and the headlights. The headlights are just gorgeous. They're just gorgeous on those F-150s. What do you think about the towing mirrors, Ari?
I ain't towing, so they're kind of like unnecessary.
Kind of unnecessary at the moment.